Everyone seems to be searching for the same thing right now: affordable Colorado cities. And then they just pause because the list that comes up, it doesn't look anything like Littleton, Lakewood, Arvada, or Golden. So the assumption becomes, well, I guess West Denver is just out of reach. But that assumption is exactly what gets people stuck. And if you're relocating to Colorado and you want access to Denver and the foothills, you need more than a headline to make a smart decision. Now, I want you to stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll understand where affordability actually shows up in West Denver and how to spot value that most people completely miss. Now, in Colorado, affordability isn't just about the price tag. It's about how livable a place feels over time. So think about things like how easy your commute is, whether the layout of the home actually works for your day-to-day living, how much maintenance you're realistically signing up for, and how hard is it to enjoy your weekends. A city can look expensive on paper and still feel affordable in real life if it supports the way that you live. That's the lens that we need to use when we talk about West Denver. Now, most affordable Colorado cities, those lists, they focus on one thing: median home price. They usually don't account for the established neighborhoods, the access and infrastructure, or long-term livability. West Denver cities don't compete to be the cheapest. They compete on stability. And for many people relocating here, that stability is exactly what makes these areas worth a closer look. All right, let's talk about Littleton because Littleton often surprises people once they dig a little deeper. A lot of the housing here was built in the 60s through the 80s, which means that you tend to see things like straightforward layouts, manageable square footage, and homes designed for everyday living, not excess. And one quiet bonus that some buyers notice, especially those thinking long-term, is that many of these homes are ranch style with daily living spaces on the main level. Now, this is not the main reason that people choose Littleton, but it's one of those details that can make a home feel easier to live in over time. Overall, affordability here shows up through function and predictability. All right, let's talk about Lakewood because Lakewood feels different. Well, because it is. It's one of the largest cities by land area in West Denver, and that creates a wide range of housing options. Now, you're going to find here mid-century homes on larger lots. You're going to have a mix of move-in ready and update over time properties, easy access to major employment corridors as well. You'll also notice that many homes have main living spaces laid out on one level with extra space below. Now, for some buyers, that's just a nice perk, but it adds to Lakewood's reputation for flexible, livable homes. And that flexibility is where affordability often shows up. All right, let's talk about Arvada because Arvada's affordability doesn't usually show up in square footage. It shows up in location. Arvada has multiple walkable pockets, not just one downtown, which means that homes are often smaller, but daily life feels more convenient. Now, many buyers here intentionally trade extra space for shorter drives, walkability, and a stronger community feel. Now, for the right person, that trade-off feels very affordable. All right, let's not forget Golden because Golden attracts buyers who are very clear about how they want to live. Now, you'll see affordability often shows up in condos, townhomes, those smaller footprints, because Golden isn't about maximizing house size, it's about minimizing friction. Less maintenance, less driving, more access to trails, downtown, and outdoor spaces. Now, for the right buyer, that efficiency is worth more than the extra rooms. And I've worked with relocating buyers who came in convinced that just West Denver wasn't realistic for them. They had read the articles, they had saw the headlines, and they already ruled these cities out. Then, once we slowed down and focused on how they actually lived, not just what they thought they should want, they started seeing options that they hadn't noticed before. They ended up in a West Denver city that fit their lifestyle better than their original plan, and they felt comfortable financially, not stretched. And by the way, I'm Nicole, and I help people who are making smart, well-informed relocation decisions in West Denver. every day. It's what I do. So here's the takeaway. Littleton is going to reward practicality. Lakewood offers flexibility. Arvada delivers walkability. Golden supports a lifestyle-first approach. Affordability isn't just about cost. It's about how well a place supports the way that you want to live. Now, once people realize that West Denver can work, the next question is always, okay, but which city fits me best? That's exactly what I break down in my next video. Best places to live near Denver. We're going to compare Arvada to Littleton. Make sure to check out next week's video, because if you're comparing Arvada to Littleton, there's going to be some great information in there that's going to help you decide between the two options. Until then, remember, life is short, live somewhere awesome, and be well. We'll see you next week.